This is WENY News.
Thanks for clicking on the webcast. I'm Leanne DeRosa. Here's the latest from WENY News and the Star-Gazette. This morning, Ithaca police are searching for a gunman who left one man injured in the city. Police responded to a report of shots fired last night shortly before 7:30 near the 100 block of South Meadow Street. They found a man nearby with a gunshot wound in his leg. He was treated on scene and taken to a regional trauma center. The incident is now under investigation. If you have any information, please call the Ithaca Police Department. Police in Ithaca are trying to make the local streets and sidewalks safer, and they're starting by teaching a lesson. IPD will host a traffic safety presentation tonight at 6:30 in the Tompkins County Library. They'll teach about traffic laws and clear up some common misconceptions. You can also share your concerns and observations. Police say it's hard for them to enforce the laws that are widely misunderstood or even unknown. Horseheads police are looking for community members to help be their eyes and ears. The village has started a neighborhood watch program, and tomorrow night they're having a meeting at 7:30 p.m. at Village Hall. They'll be discussing problems in the community. Police say anyone is welcome to bring their concerns. The neighborhood watch program was started after a home invasion back in September. Governor Cuomo wants to ensure New York State is a place of acceptance and inclusion for all people, so he's cracking down on hate crimes. The governor was in New York City this weekend speaking about post-election climate and the recent increase in reports of discrimination, harassment, and violence. Cuomo says state police will create a special unit to investigate potential hate crimes and bias. He'll also expand the state's human rights law and create the first-in-the-nation Immigrant Legal Defense Fund. Governor Cuomo's action plan comes after graffiti swastikas were found in different parts of the state recently. And Sabra Dipping Company has issued a voluntary recall of some of its hummus and spreads because of possible listeria contamination. The FDA says the affected products were made before November 8th at a plant where Listeria monocytogenes have been found. Consumers are urged to get rid of any product with a best before date through January 23, 2017 on the lid. And now here's Craig Flint with today's forecast. Hey, Craig, good morning.
Hey, Leanne. So been a busy morning here in the Weather Center and even through the weekend. Talk about that abrupt change I was telling you about. That arrived late Saturday when that front came through. Temperatures fell off a cliff and it was a windy and snowy day on Sunday. Winds gusted frequently of 45, 50 miles an hour. And kind of an interesting scenario unfolding here, really, because not only are we talking about lake effect and lake enhanced snow, we're also talking about just generalized synoptic snow or system snow. And oh, by the way, we also have some Atlantic moisture involved as well. So kind of a smorgasbord of everything this morning, but it's all in the form of snow. And some of you will be measuring in feet or in excess of a foot. Case in point, Spencer over towards Van Etten, already 13, 14 inches on the ground. Caroline Center, which is in the hills south of Ithaca, has about a foot of snow on the ground. Reynoldsville, north and east of Watkins Glen, with about 9, 10 inches on the ground. And there will be additional snow showers, wind and cold today. Northwesterlies 15 to 25 with gusts in excess of 40 again. The most persistent snows to the north and east, and there will be scattered snow showers overnight tonight with a low of 26. So here's a look at the last several hours on first warning Doppler radar, and you can see how things are behaving here, right? With that storm in a position about there. That's about where the low pressure is this morning. So you get that anticyclonic flow, that counterclockwise, or I should say that cyclonic flow, excuse me, the counterclockwise flow around low pressure. And you got to remember the lake water is in the 50s, running in the 50s, and there's much colder air just being transported over that lake. And it's an interesting connection. So up here you have Lake Huron, right? So you got northwesterly winds over Lake Huron, and you could trace this band of snow right across Lake Ontario, down through Ithaca, down into Binghamton, and in some cases all the way down into New York City. So that's a big connection, right? And we are still dealing with these persistent bands of snow, and you may just be able to see how that's a little bit darker in there. That's that persistent band of snow that really set up last night and produced some significant snows north and east. This is what's going to happen today. So there will be snow and snow showers around, especially to the northeast with some higher squalls, or some embedded snow squalls. The reason we have, that is the reason we have lake effect snow warnings, again, for areas that you see in the dark green. That is for Schuyler County, all of Tompkins, Tioga County in the southern tier, and all over the Finger Lakes in the lake effect snow warning. The lighter blue, Lake Snow Advisory, Allegheny, Steuben, and Chemung County. These are through today, and there will be some additional accumulation. Meanwhile, over the northern tier, while it's snowing, it's also windy. So a wind advisory for Wellsboro over towards Towanda. So let's break this down for you. Additional snow accumulations today will probably be fairly minor, but in terms of total snow, again, notice the focus north and east, right, over the Finger Lakes. So much of Yates County, northeastern Schuyler County, Reynoldsville right about there with just about a foot of snow on the ground. Cayuta has 14 inches, and down towards Spencer, 13, 14 inches. Points north and east, there will be 6 to 12 inches with locally higher amounts. These are very localized amounts, and it's very hard to forecast right down to the exact town that gets in excess of a foot. But someone, somewhere, will get in excess of a foot. We've already had reports of that occurring this morning, and I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if there were an isolated 2-foot amount in this red area because of that persistent snow. But notice it's north and east. Locally, an additional couple inches for a total of 1 to 3. And then you get out towards western Steuben County, a total of 2 to 6. So obviously the focus for the heaviest of the snow is north and east, with that northwesterly wind lining up just so to produce some significant lake snow to the north and east, and that's exactly where we have it on Futurecast. You can see that there. Notice locally not much, just a few flurries or a snow shower, but watch what happens as we head into tonight. Notice how we get towards 8, 9 o'clock, and the snow that's been over the Finger Lakes all day starts to kind of pivot back this way. So this may actually try to back in a little bit as we head into the evening as winds align a little bit more like so. But notice how these banding features here, okay? So inside these bands, 1 to 2 inches per hour not out of the question as we head into this evening. But again, it's highly localized stuff, okay? So just because we have 6 to 12 doesn't mean everyone's getting 6 to 12. Some areas will get 2. Zip code snow, that's how it works, all right? Then we head into Tuesday, some flurries or snow showers left over in the morning, and then some clearing. It still remains chilly, though, with a high of 36. The big travel day on Wednesday, clouding up 40. And I think maybe a little bit of a mix Thursday morning for Thanksgiving, but then it's just rain showers with highs in the low 40s, Leanne.
All right, thanks, Craig. For the latest news, weather, and sports, be sure to watch WENY News at noon, 5:30, 6, and 11. And don't forget to pick up a copy of today's Star Gazette. I'm Leanne DeRosa. Have a great day.